New developments out of Sassoon City, California tonight, where the FBI and DHS are investigating a hack on the city's computer system and demands for a ransom payment. City leaders met today to weigh their response from those demands and from hackers. The attack, which we reported last night, crippled the city's operations, including the 911 call center. Investigators working the case have not disclosed what the hackers have demanded, but the attack is similar to several other cyber attacks in recent weeks across at least a dozen states, linked to Iranian-affiliated hackers. Joining us now, Cynthia Kaiser, former FBI Cyber Deputy Director. So, Cynthia, let's talk about these attacks and where they appear to be coming from. Is it all Iran, or are there other suspected sources?
The attacks that we're seeing right now are a mixture of the regular pace of cyber criminal attacks and likely attacks from Iran against our critical infrastructure. So we've seen attackers target our water systems across multiple different states, and they're really targeting these mini computers that govern like the pressure, pumps, and valves. But then you have also all of these targeting against the states and local communities that are happening from cyber criminals just looking to capitalize on the situation.
So are the cities equipped to defend against sophisticated hacks? These hacks speed up and they figure out how to move even faster than we're able to respond to them.
Cities have been doing a lot of work to equip themselves to be able to counter a lot of these attacks. But the unfortunate reality is the attackers are improving right along with them. It becomes this arms race where you put up a good defense and the attackers figure out ways around it. Now, in some of these cases, we're seeing that the attackers were able to get in just because things weren't set up correctly. But in others, like these ransomware cases, these attackers really are able to get around so many of the things that cities have invested in for years.
Should Americans be concerned about the U.S. water supply? Is that a real risk right now?
Right now, the reports we're getting are that nothing in the actual water quality was impacted, but this is really still concerning. Attackers were able to get on rather easily to certain operational functions, and in some cases, disrupted operations.
So 2 Democratic senators introduced a new bill last week that would let the EPA regulate cybersecurity in the water sector. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced a new AI cyber defense program. Now, all these efforts, are they adequate, and can they be implemented quickly enough to really deal with a very real imminent threat?
The steps that we've seen in the last few weeks for cybersecurity are great, but they're long-term. Being able to put in certain types of requirements, standards, regulations, that's great. But if you don't have the money to implement them, they're just unfunded mandates. Right now, the quickest thing we can do is put out really good guidance, really quick guidance, and give cities, especially our rural towns, the money they need to be able to make us more secure.
So let's talk about some of the money, because budget cuts, there's been a reduction of employees and a lack of permanent director for CISA for years, for CISA, and it's been, the federal government's responsibility to try to figure out how to fund cybersecurity and infrastructure for the security agency. Now, with that lack of funding, are there challenges that provide attackers new opportunities to do what they're doing?
There's a certain lack of funding that's going on across our kind of federal government, up down through the states, that certainly impact long-term planning. But my experience when I was at the FBI is when there's a crisis, everybody pulls together, everyone pushes resources towards that crisis, and they really shine across DHS, FBI, and the intelligence community. I don't worry about their ability to meet the threat that we're seeing today, but it's these long-term investments that we really need to focus on having additional funding and renewing the funding that's there. One bill is there are state and local cybersecurity grants that are up for renewal with Congress this fall. They really should be renewed to get the essential resources out to our communities so that they can protect critical infrastructure like the life-saving resource it is.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.